So the role of faith in business, and particularly in startups, I think is incredibly important. One of my favorite scriptures is Hebrews 11:1, and it says, "Faith is being sure of what you hope for and certain of what you cannot see." And I think in business, a lot of times you don't always know how the end result is going to look. And my great-grandfather used to say, everything looks like failure in the middle. And I said, faith gives you the ability to kind of see forward and trust that something is going to happen. Now, it might not always be what you want it to be, but faith is knowing that you're going to have something good come of it regardless. And I think in a startup sense, where people are laying everything on the line, everything that they have, everything they believe in to succeed in business, that's a huge exercise in faith. And so I think it's incredibly important for how people approach business, in particular in the startup. You know, for me, my great-grandfather, again, this guy was prolific in giving me great advice, but he said, your character is who you are when no one else is watching you. And I think knowing that, people in particular have a faith base, it says they care about their character, they care about what they're doing when no one else is watching them. And I think it's important because people can be good to people, but a background of faith and a basis of faith enables them to really have those, what I call those aha moments where you're in a tough decision, like what do I do and how do I make sure I make the right decision? It all goes back to your character, sort of that, lighting up everything in your life. And I think that's one of the best parts of faith in terms of the development of character is if your eyes are focused on God, if you know what God is asking you to do and you can make those decisions. And trust me, everybody is far from perfect. I am certainly not, trying to preach to anybody here because I have my own planks in my eye. But I think, developing faith can enable you to strengthen your character for sure. Anybody can be a good person, but I think knowing that someone is faithful really enables you to understand what they're about. And again, we all fall short, so it isn't like people don't make mistakes. That isn't what that comment was about. But it just gives you an insight into how they think, how they react in certain situations, because they have, I call it the rails on your life. It's not this open field where anything goes. There's certain things that they hold important when they're faithful. And I think that's an important part when you're looking at somebody and really understanding, if you're going to invest in them, if you're going to be part of a team with them, you always want to know that person where they stand on things. And I think having a faith-based background enables you to do that. So, if somebody asked me what's the one piece of advice that I'd leave with them, remember that, business, a lot like faith, is not a solo sport, it's a team sport. It's a pack, if you will, because no one succeeds on their own, whether they're on a journey of faith or on a journey in success of a business. Because I found in my career those times when I thought I could hunker down and pull myself up on my bootstraps, I was really just fooling myself, because there's, everybody always says there's no I in team, but there really isn't, because you've got to have the ability to pull from people around you. And I think that's the incredible thing about OCEAN, is it's this collective organization that allows you guys to use each other in ways that will lift you up, that will bring you strength in the times that you need it, and that will pat you on the back when you're successful. And I think we all need that as human beings. We also need it in our faith. And that's an amazing thing about this construct, is you've got both of those things built into this organization. And I think it's such a powerful tool, and I'm excited to see what happens. And I think this is going to be the start of something great, not just for the city of Cincinnati, but for the rest of the country.